Evening, good evening. We're just about almost there. Woohoo! Already. So I just want to greet everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I just want to say hello. So glad to see you here. So come on in. Come on. We're headed into the holidays, right? And so many things happen during the holidays. So I just want to kind of talk about how we can move through the holiday season this year in 2020 with grace and ease and be flexible and fluid and just, enjoy ourselves and enjoy our families during these wonderful, I call them wonderful holiday season, right? Because I have to tell y'all that Christmas time, that's like my favorite holiday, as it is with many of you. Just favorite. I just absolutely love it. So come on in. Let me know that you're here. Hey, Val, thank you for coming on. I appreciate all of you guys so much. I know there's some people on there, but I'm not seeing your name. But go ahead and hit me up. Let me know. Let me know that you are here. I am so super excited to be back. But I have to tell y'all, hey, Lillian. Hey, Lillian, how are you? How you doing, Lillian? How was your Thanksgiving? Thanks for coming on. So good to see Lillian. So guys, I have to tell you, this is the Thanksgiving season is over today. And, it's November 30th, Monday night. And I have to tell you, I just had like one of those days because of course, I took a lot of last week off. Why? To spend time with family and to really be very present during the Thanksgiving season. And, and so I completely enjoyed it. And I'm sure many of you enjoyed the holiday season as well. And if you did, let us know. How was your holiday season? If you're on I'm looking on my Facebook page as well. So if you're on the Festa della Donna homepage, and I'll see you right away. But if you're on my personal page, then I may not get to see you. But I want to encourage you to come on and listen. If I don't respond to you, if I don't give you a shout out right away, then trust me, I will be giving you a shout out at some point so you would know that I'm here. Hey, Tiana, good to see you from Delaware. Who else is from Delaware? Let's see. We know Val is. Juliet's from Delaware. Delaware is in the house. My Delaware people loving on me. So go ahead, y'all. And wherever else you're from, let us know that you're here. Lillian, are you in Delaware? Are you still in North Carolina? Let us know where you are joining us from. So, guys, once again, I'm back tonight. Want to tell you a little bit about my Thanksgiving, which was so relaxing and it was so enjoyable. There's just some things in life that's just priceless. Lillian says, I'm doing good. It was great. Just home with the family. So Lillian's back in Delaware with the family. Great. Hope I get to see you before you head back to North Carolina. Oh, no, you're still in North Carolina. Okay. Well, if you're coming home for the holidays, make sure you come by and say hi. Make sure you do. So we had a great Thanksgiving with family, small group, very small group. We were all very COVID friendly, and there was only 6 of us, and it was just great. It was a nice warm day, so we had Thanksgiving outside. So it was just wonderful. And it was, there's some things in life that's just priceless. Hey, Karen, joining me from Savannah, Georgia. There's some things. It's just priceless, guys. It's just priceless, and y'all know that it's priceless. And so that's how my Thanksgiving was just a wonderful time. I don't know about you, but we laughed, we talked, we danced, we did karaoke, and we just had a good time with each other, had wonderful memories. And so I hope that your Thanksgiving went well as well. And so Karen said, hey, Esther, Lillian said she'll definitely be by when she comes back to Delaware. Oh, we miss you too, Lillian. We miss you too. We often talk about you, so we miss you. So yeah, definitely have to come by. So anyway, guys, so of course I got back, and of course today, you know how life goes, right? You hit the ground running, you're back at work, you're back to doing all of these different things. And I have to tell you, by the end of the day, I was so tired, and I have to admit I was feeling a little bit frustrated, and I was feeling, just a lot of stress up here in my neck. And so I had to get on a coaching call, not a coaching training call that I'm on, because I'm not sure if some of you may know, but it's almost, gosh, guys, I feel like if it's almost a year now that I've been going through this coaching certification program. I'm on the third part. I've got two certifications, and I'm on the third part, and then I'll be going through a fourth part. And for my certification. So I've been certified, but I wanted to go just a little bit deeper, because I'm just this is me. This is Esther. That when God tells me to do something, once I've said, okay, God, I'm just gonna yield and do what you tell me to do, then I go all in. And so I wanted to get everything that I could get out of certification, because or not just out of certification, but just learning. And so in this, we're learning how the body, how our emotions and things in our life affects our body, and how and how it's connected to our brain, and all of these different connectors. It's just amazing. So today, hold on one sec. Yep, Lillian, Festa della Donna is still happening in March. Where since March, as you know, is Women's Empowerment Month, we're doing two events, and so I'm going to share that with you guys in a few minutes. So thanks for asking, Lillian. That's going to be a good segue into me talking about the two events for Festa della Donna that I am super excited about. So, but anyway, so I'm on this, I'm on my call, and so we're doing we're on our training calls. And so what was wonderful about that is that in doing the call, I was reminded that that I'm in control. I'm in control of how I feel. I'm in control of how I react to things. I don't, there's a lot of things in our lives that we don't control, but we control ourselves. So I have to tell you, I'm just sharing that, because it was a phenomenal call, and to where I, was the quote unquote client in the training. And so I began to talk about, some of my, I just began to share about some frustrations. Miriam from Florida, and yeah, Karen just put in from Savannah, Georgia. So in that, at the ending of the call is like, a self-discovery, a self-awareness, going really deeper into, yes, I am in control of how I react and what I do and what I don't do. And so as I made that decision, I took some deep breaths, and I felt some of the stress leaving. That's, and so we'll talk about that maybe some other time, but I wanted to share that with you, because it's a great segue as I was thinking about and really praying about, my conversation tonight with you for just the few moments that we have, together. And that's about the gift of you, that you yourself, you're a gift. And many times we don't see ourselves as being a gift. Hey, Donna, let us know where you're joining us from, Donna. Thanks for coming on. We don't see ourselves as, a gift, but we ourselves, we're gifts. And so my topic tonight is the gift from you. Donna's joining us from Missouri. Yay. The gift of you. And so what exactly does that mean? So here we are, we're in the holiday season. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever it is, we're in the holiday season. And, most of the world, not all of the world, but most of the world is celebrating the holiday seasons. They're either celebrating Christmas, they may be celebrating Hanukkah. Sometimes it's a combination of both, but there's celebration. This is the time for celebration. Everywhere you go, you see Christmas lights and decorations, and you're hearing Christmas music, and you're hearing all of these beautiful things. Hey, Natalie, you're hearing all of these beautiful, beautiful music, and people are walking around and they're saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and in some places they're saying Aguri, and so many different, just in whatever language that they speak. And so we get really busy, And one of the things we get really busy with is buying gifts for our loved ones, our grand loves, and our children, our aunts and uncles, mother, father, whomever it is, co-workers. And we're just always busy buying gifts. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But tonight, what I really want to talk to you about as we're stepping fully now into the holiday season, is really look at the gift of you and to your family and to your loved ones. Give your family, first, give yourself the gift of you. Give yourself the gift of you. Give yourself the gift of you. And then give your family the gift of you. And so what does that mean? And what does it look like? It means that, we many times we're spending money, and many of us, we go into debt, or we're using our credit cards, and listen, guys, maybe it's me by myself. Maybe it's not you, but I'll pull out a credit card and I'll do to make sure, especially for my grand loves, guys. Okay? I'm gonna get them, especially, with our children and different ones. We're gonna give them what they want and what they ask for. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I want to encourage you tonight is look at giving yourself the gift of you that's really a priceless gift. It's really priceless. In other words, first of all, give yourself the gift of you by giving yourself the gift of joy, the gift of peace, the gift of happiness. Give yourself the gift. I'm going to say it again, the gift of joy, the gift of peace, the gift of happiness. Because during these times, while we're buying gifts and we're doing all of these different things, those sometimes are the gifts that we're not giving ourselves. They're removed from us because we didn't get this, or this happened, or that happened, and circumstances. Give yourself the gift of you to you. Give yourself self-care. Be very intentional about the time you take to take care of yourself and do some of the things that you want to do. That you want to do, the gift of you. So, the first thing, as you're looking at this holiday season and you're looking at celebrating, and you're looking about having this wonderful time, think about yourself as a gift, that when you walk into a room, you are a gift, right? You are a gift. Right? And as you're thinking about yourself as a gift, begin to think, what is it that I can give myself? And I'm not talking about I'm going to go buy myself something or gift myself things and give. No, I'm talking about that gift that has no monetary value, you can't put a dollar amount to it, but it's highly valued. It's priceless. It's valued so high that there's no money in the world that can buy it. And that is the gift of you to yourself of joy, peace, happiness, the gift of self-care. Ensuring that you're living your life in harmony. And we'll talk about that on another Facebook Live, about living in harmony, not in balance, not balance in your life, but living your life in harmony, right? And so that's the first thing, giving yourself the gift of you, making sure that you're mentally and emotionally well. That's the gift of you to you. And then the gift of you to everyone else is you being very present with your family. Being very present. Be very intentional about what you're doing this holiday season. And make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, Donna says all about family. Exactly. It's all about our family and our loved ones and those we hold dear. Sometimes it's a friend. Sometimes it may be a coworker. Sometimes it's that job or being an entrepreneur, whatever it is, but making sure that you're very present. And that the gift of you to everyone, the gift of you is you being present, because you could buy the best gifts. You could spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on gifts. But if you are not present, then really what does that mean? You know what I mean? Hey, Mel. Hey, Melanie. What does that mean? So as you're looking at this holiday season, I really am encouraging you, I'm inviting you to be very intentional about the gift of you, the gift of you to yourself, and the gift of you to others. And I'm encouraging you to don't put a dollar amount to it, because there is no dollar amount that you can put. Man, look, can I tell you, when God came and when He created us, there was no price on it for us. There's no price. We are invaluable. And when we give ourselves to our loved ones, when we're very present and we're very intentional about what we are doing, it is priceless. It's priceless. It's priceless. There's so love you too, Melanie. Love you too. There's so many things. People are leaving this earth every day, every day. Sometimes they leave by choice. Sometimes they're not leaving by choice, but they are leaving. And the question I have for you is that those that you hold dear, did you tell them that you love them? When you were with them, were you present with them? Were you present? Were you listening? I know, guys, I have to be very intentional. Again, this is me. This is Esther. I have to be very intentional about being present, because it's so easy for me to, oh, let me check my Facebook, or let me do this, or let me send this email. Let me go online and see what sales are going on. And so I have to be very intentional about being present. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Of course, you want to go, you want to catch the good sales. You want to, if you're on Facebook, you want to see what's going on. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I am saying is that be very intentional and look at yourself as giving the gift of you, and determine, am I giving the gift of me right now to someone? Am I given the gift? Melanie says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, we are. There's so many integral parts to us. You can't put a value to us. And so because we're fearfully and wonderfully made, because God has created us, because there's greatness in us, because we can make a decision to be very intentional and to be very present. That's what we want to do this holiday season in 2020, which is a year like no other year. We've not seen a year like this in I don't know when, not in my lifetime, to where we've been shut down for almost a year. If there's one thing, and I've learned several things during this quarantine, is number one is to be intentional, and number two is to be very present. Is to be very present. Is to be very, Donna says, yeah, she always tells her grandkids that she loves them. Yeah, telling those people, and then be present with them, doing something. So some of the things that I have sat down and I did, and I've did it with my daughters. We set a calendar. I've set a December calendar, that these are the things that I will be doing in December with my family, with those that I'm close to, or even if I'm not close to someone in terms of proximity, we're living in two different states, two different cities, and we can't get to each other, but to reach out and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Just making sure that they're doing well emotionally, that they're doing well mentally, and then to be very present. So for me, I've scheduled time to our families coming together, and we're doing paint night, and we're not waiting to go out and do all. No, we're coming together, and we're just doing the things that family do together, and we're laughing and we're talking, and we're deep diving into just getting to know each other better. That's what we're doing. And so here it is. I've made a decision that number one, I'm going to give myself the gift to Esther, that I'm going to move in peace, joy, and happiness. I'm going to do self-care. I'm going to monitor my emotions and my mental well-being, making sure that I'm living my life not in balance, but in harmony. And when circumstances and different things come my way, I'm going to choose. And sometimes, again, I have to be very intentional about how I'm choosing, because it's very easy for me, as today, by the ending of the day, just really feeling frustrated about a situation and feeling like if, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. I thought that way. But then I realized that I'm in control of how I react, and not only how I react, but what does that reaction look like? How am I in control of that? How am I? So ensuring that I'm reacting appropriately to whatever comes before me. And so that's the gift of me to me, right? And then my gift to my family, to my employees, to my loved ones, friends, coworkers. What's my gift to them? My gift to them is the gift of me, because I'm going to be very present when we're talking. I'm going to show how much I value you. I'm going to give you your flowers while you're still around. Hey, Shanika, let us know where you're joining us from, Shanika. Guys, if you haven't told us where you're joining me from, let me know. Let me know what state, what country, what city, whatever it is you want to share, right? Let us know. But thank you guys for coming on. So make sure that you're very present this holiday season. So as you're going and you're putting monetary value on gifts, just remember that a gift doesn't really mean anything if you're not present. It's just a gift. It's just a gift. I'm a Hallmark buff. Yeah, guys, I can't help it. I just love Hallmark. I love their movies. And so one of the things I love in Hallmark is that it'll show, like there's one show, I think it's called The Darlings. And the Darlings had, the children, they had everything. But what they didn't have was someone being very present with them, having fun with them, building a snowman, throwing snowballs and making cookies, having breakfast together, spending that quality time. And they were very rich. They had all of the money, but they did not have aunt or uncle because their parents passed away that was very present. And so this is what this is about. Hey, Carol. Carol's joining us from Canada. Shanika is joining us from Maryland. All right. All right. Maryland and Canada in the house. Thank you guys for coming on. So that's the gift of you tonight. The gift of you. So number one, Val, if you could put it in the chat for me. Number one is you want to give yourself the gift of you, that to have joy, peace, happiness. That's a gift to yourself, no matter what your circumstances may look like, what your surroundings no matter what comes your way, make that choice, make that decision that I'm going to move the gift of me to me, the gift to myself. Am I saying that right? I hope so. Is joy, and there's peace, there's happiness, there's self-care. So my self-care looks like I'm going to ensure that I'm getting enough rest. I'm going to ensure that that I'm taking care of my body. I'm going to ensure that I'm eating right. My self-care is making sure that my spiritual well-being as well, my emotional, my mental, my self-care for me looks like spending that time with God and being very intentional about it. Right. And by the way, when you do that, that's how you get your joy, your peace, and your happiness. My self-care is being very intentional about the things I control and the things I don't control, and those that I do control, exactly how do I do it? So making sure that body, mind, spirit, that's your gift to you. That's what you have to give to yourself. And you guys know I'm very much about how we take care of ourselves. And then your gift to everyone else. Once you've served yourself, because now you're not serving from an empty cup when you serve yourself. When you have the gift of you to you is your peace, your joy, and then you're not serving yourself from an empty cup. You're serving yourself from a cup that's overflowing. I'm a coffee drinker. And so I've got my coffee in the saucer. And as I pour my coffee, I like to fill my coffee all the way up to the brim. That coffee is for me. I don't share that coffee with anyone else. That's just for me to drink. If any of you know me, I'm a coffee drinker, still am, have been for years, right? So I'm a coffee drinker. So now when the coffee begins to overflow, if I keep pouring that coffee and the coffee begins to overflow onto a saucer, right? That's the overflow. I could serve from the overflow, but I cannot serve from the cup that I'm drinking out of. Do y'all get that? So that's why you have to serve yourself. That's why your first gift is to you. right? And then after that, you can give to everyone else. So then you could be very present with your grand loves, or you could be very present with your children or your loved one, your partner, your husband, your spouse, whatever that is. You can be very present with them, and you could give them a gift that's priceless. That's being present, wonderful memories. And so you can be very intentional about it. And that's what I really want to invite you to do, is to be very intentional about what you're doing this holiday season. Don't look so much at how much money you have and how much you're going to spend. That's all going to go away. That's so temporal. That's so temporal. But what's everlasting, what lasts forever, are the good memories. What lasts forever are those wonderful memories and those thoughts, and being very, very present. That's what lasts. And when people remember you, they're not going to remember how much money you had. They're not going to remember your grandkids, your spouses, whoever. They're not going to remember, oh, I remember when they bought me this big, they're going to remember maybe the story behind that. They're going to remember that, wow, I remember when we were all together and this happened and how we laughed and we talked. That's what they're going to remember. So I encourage you and I invite you on this Christmas, do something that's priceless. Give the gift of you. Give the gift of you. So earlier, Lillian said, are we having Festa della Donna in 2021? And the answer is yes. But let me just rewind. I hope y'all got something out of it. If you did, heart me up. Let me know that this is hitting, that you get it. Let me know that, because listen, y'all know I like to do a home play assignment or a homework assignment. And so your homework for this call is make sure, as we're going in tomorrow is December 1st. I don't like to ever put dates when I'm doing my Facebook Live, but we're going into that holiday season. Set your calendar. What will you be doing for the month that's first going to serve you and then serve everyone else, right? What will you be doing that's very intentional, that you're going to spend those priceless moments together with those loved ones, those people that you hold dear? Maybe you haven't seen them. Maybe they're far away. Whatever it is, pick up that phone, send a text, whatever it takes, something that's just priceless. And always, listen, keep everything positive. Keep everything uplifting, right? And so the words that you speak will always lift up and edify and not pull anyone down, right? Including yourself. So that's your homework. Set your calendar for the month of December. What will you be doing? I will be making sugar cookies with my grand loves. I'll be doing paint with a twist with my children and my husband, and we've got a whole calendar set for what we'll be doing. I'm making sure that I'm doing self-care. It's on my calendar, guys. I have said it. I am being very intentional. I'm being very intentional. I've got my messages, my text messages that I'm going to be sending out and saying, hey, just thinking about you. How are you? Just want you to know I'm thinking about you. Those are the kind of things that's just priceless. Those are the kind of things that people remember. My kids are asking me, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And I keep telling them, I don't really have anything that I want except just to be present, just to be around my family, just to be able to laugh and smile and maybe cry together if that's what we need to do. Cry together. And I say cry together because, many of us have lost loved ones. I've lost my mom, and so sometimes that may be required, crying together. But then we laugh when we think of the good memories. So I think that you guys, you're getting what I'm saying. And so that's what I want to encourage you, is that what are you going to do that's priceless? I'm not talking about going out and buying, your self-care. I'm not talking about getting your nails done. While that is a part of self-care, but that's not what I'm talking about for this month. Right? I'm talking about, for me, what's going to be priceless? If I cook something in my house, like a dessert. For my house is probably if I cook anything, right? They're going to love and appreciate that, right? And so that's what I'm going to do. Doing those things that are just priceless, that, you're saying, listen, I love you. And I just want to be with you. I just want to spend some time with you. I just want to laugh. I just want to talk. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want to invite you to do. So now, Festa della Donna 2021. Guys, I'm super excited about it. Super, super excited. That's right. Donna says it's memories are priceless. They are priceless. Shanika says gems. Yes, yes, yes. They are. They are. They are. And let's see. Shanika said you're giving us the keys to life. Thank you, Shanika. The keys to life, to live in a happy, joyous, prosperous life. It's that holistic, abundant life that has nothing to do with money, although it is inclusive of it, right? But it's holistic because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have joy, peace, if you don't have happiness, then what sense does having the money do? Because money can't buy those things. Why? Because those things are priceless and they're not temporal. They last forever. They're everlasting, right? Right. So Festa della Donna is coming up 2021. And for this year's Festa della Donna, I'm super excited because I am doing a 5-day retreat. Five. Somebody type in chat, 5-day retreat. A 5-day transformational, spirit-filled, content-rich, God-focused, transformational retreat. I'm so excited about it. The retreat is in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, and it is COVID friendly. We have the entire facility to ourselves, so it is very COVID friendly, right? So you don't have to worry about all of that because it is going to be so safe. And ladies, I'm only allowing a small group of women to come. So I have to tell you, I'm allowing 14 women. I've had people, and we already have had people registering. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we've got like 10 slots left. And someone said, well, can you let a little bit more in? Right now, I want to see, I want to be able to touch every woman that comes. I want us to be able to laugh and talk with each other. But in this retreat, I'm giving you what I'm doing at this retreat is what I received when I went on a retreat 2 years ago that I have to tell you phenomenally changed my life. And when God spoke to me and said, you got to do this retreat, you've got to bring it to the ladies, I went back and forth because I wasn't sure if that was something I wanted to do, guys. You know, I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do it. But y'all know that when I finally yield, I go all in, just like with my coaching, going all in. And so now I'm planning the retreat. It's been planned out. I'm all in. There's a private chef that will be there that will be cooking you breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Right? You'll be in an environment to where you can discover your inner strength and you could push past your comfort zone, any limiting beliefs that you may have. We're going to do some work that's going to cause you to push past it. You're going to experience just personal growth and breakthroughs and life-changing transformation in your relationships, in your spirituality, in your self-awareness, in your finances. And I'm just naming a few. Why can I say this? Because I know what I received when I went on my retreat. And that is what I am doing for you. And I'm super excited because I know that this is going to be a God ordained moment. So you're going to be surrounded with a small group of other phenomenal women coming from all walks of life with different experiences. And you're going to be able to learn. You're going to laugh. You're going to relax. You're going to lounge. You're going to get reset. You're going to be restored. You're going to be re-energized. And I like to say in all of the rebooted to when you come out, you will be unrecognizable. You will be unrecognizable. So I'm excited. And the link is right there because we only have limited space. The retreat is March 17th to March 21st. Right? The 17th through the 21st, right? And once you register and everyone is registered, we'll be starting having connection calls to where we'll be talking to you and telling you some of the things we're going to be doing. I'm excited. I am beyond excited, really, because I'm just super excited about what's going to take place at the retreat. I'm super excited about how we're going to bond. I'm super excited about the various people that are coming that's going to walk us through and help us through everything. And just to be able, after we come out of 2020, going into 2021, it is the perfect time for us to get away and serve ourselves. Serve ourselves. So I invite you to join me. I want you to click the link and check it out. I want you to reserve your spot now. There are private rooms. Unless you bring a friend to share a room with you, there are private rooms with private bathrooms. We have everything there, the entire facility. So you don't have to worry. So you can be at peace and you can experience joy and peace and happiness at a whole other level, All inclusive, guys. You cannot beat this. And I know, however, that the retreat is not for everyone. I know that for whatever the reasons may be, some of you may not be able to come. And so because I know this is true, I know it's not for everyone. I know that many of you will not be able to come for whatever the reasons may be. For some, the retreat is just not their cup of tea, and that is perfectly fine, because I want women who want to be there. I want women at the retreat who are ready to show up 110% for themselves. I want women who are ready to be re-energized and to reset and to say, listen, I just need something to happen inside of me so that in 2021, I like to say I can walk on water. I can walk on water. That my 2021 will look nowhere near like my 2020 or my 2019 or my 2018. Those are the type of women I'm looking for. I'm looking for women who are ready to be transparent. And they're ready to say, listen, when I went to my retreat, I said, God, I'm going and I'm not coming away from there the same way I went there. And whatever it is that you have for me while I'm there, that's what I want. And guys, that's exactly what I got, that plus more. So those are the kind of women I'm looking for to join me in this 5-day retreat. So listen, if you're that woman and you know who you are, you want to go ahead, you want to click the link, and you want to get registered for the retreat right now. We have 10 spots available as of today. So now, for those of you who are saying, I can't come to the retreat, I don't want to come to the retreat, this retreat isn't for me, on March 6th, we have our Festa della Donna Celebrate You night. I'm calling it a soiree. And at the soiree, it's at the riverfront in Wilmington, Delaware. And now for some of you, I know everybody knows now where Wilmington, Delaware is and the riverfront, because that's where the president-elect had his fireworks and he accepted. And now, if y'all notice, all the time on the news, they're filming it from Wilmington, Delaware. So Shanika, we are finally on the map, girl. Finally on the map to where people outside of the state of Delaware know exactly where we are. They know exactly where we are. So I'm excited about that. So on March 6th, however, we're right there at the riverfront. For those of you who will be coming in out of town, you're coming from New York and the bus is coming in, your bus of ladies are coming in from New York for the retreat. The hotel is right there. Wherever you're coming from, you're coming with your girlfriends. The hotel is right there. And the hotel has special rates for Festa della Donna ladies, right? And you can book your room and you can spend the entire weekend on the riverfront. So listen, the riverfront is beautiful. It's changed so much to do. But what's even more special about that is that when you come in on the Friday night. We'll have a meet and greet on Friday night. And then, of course, on Saturday, you'll have time to shop, relax, refresh. And then you will be ready for the Saturday night where we're going to laugh. We're going to have our transformational, our motivation, our inspirational speakers. We're going to dance. We're going to have a wonderful dinner. All of these wonderful things because we are going to celebrate each other. So I want you to come and join me on March 6th and March 17th through the 21st, or one or the other or both. And so I'm going to put the information for the soiree that's up there. That's the link for the for the March 6th. Now, I have to tell you that if you register for the retreat, you are automatically getting a free ticket to the soiree. So don't worry about that. If you're coming to the retreat, you're automatically invited to come there as well. So please join me. If you want more information, reach out to me. Make sure you connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on next Monday night at 8:30. We're going to talk some more. We're going to have more juicy conversation. And if there's anything that you want to talk about, make sure that you reach out to me and let me know. Because if I don't know how to talk about it, I'm going to find someone that does, and I'm going to bring them on to share, because I want you to get the information that you want. I want you as women, and if there's any men that's on the call or will be coming on, to live your best life now. That's why we're here. We're here to live our best life and to walk in our purpose, and to walk in our greatness and accomplish those things, no matter what it is that God has given us and called us to do. And always remember that the gift, that you yourself, you are a gift. So this holiday season, give the gift of you. I love you guys. I'm sure I'll be seeing you next week. I hope to see you at the retreat and the soiree. I love you. Connect with me, and